So grade 11 students, I'm back again with another video where I'll be giving you a question paper which was written last year. This is Life Sciences paper 1. So the reason for me to give you this paper is because almost everything in this question paper, you are still going to come across it as they are when you write your Life Sciences paper 1 this year's paper. So make sure that you do watch this video till the end if you want to pass your Life Sciences paper 1 with good grades. Okay guys, so without any waste of time, let's get to today's work. Okay, so the instruction and information reads as follows. So answer all the questions, write all the answers in the answer book provided, start each answer of each question at the top of a new page, number the answers correctly according to the numbering system used in this question paper, present your answers according to the instruction of each question, do all drawings in pencil and label them in a blue or blank ink. No drawing in pen here guys, your work must be presentable. So draw diagrams, tables or flowcharts only when asked to do so. The diagram in this question paper are not necessarily drawn to scale. Do not use a graph paper. You may use a non-programmable calculator, protractor, and a compass where necessary. All calculations to be rounded off to 2 decimal places. So write neatly and legibly. Okay. So going to the questions. Question 1, section A, which is the multiple choice question. So various options are provided as possible answers to the following questions. Choose the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question numbers 1.1.1 up to 1.1.9 and the answer book. Okay, study the diagram below of an animal skull and answer question 1.1.1 up to 1.1.2. So those two questions are based on this diagram skull. This is an animal skull. I don't know which animal, but it's a skull of an animal, as you can see. Okay, so 1.1.1. So the above skull is that of a the answer was D in the memo, of a carnivore because of a large canines and a sharp molars. So you can see the canine teeth, they are large. So this one is a carnivore animal. Okay, so 1.1.2, a function of that, a function of the incisors of such animal will be C will be to bite and cut off food. So that big teeth or big canines cannot be to eat vegetables, guys, or to eat plants. So this one is to bite and cut food. Okay. So moving over to 1.1.3, which one of the options listed below correctly summarize the waste product for each of the accessory organs? So there's lungs, skins, liver, and kidney. So the answer is B, which is the oxygen in lungs, water in skin, urea in liver, and urine in kidney. Okay. So 1.1.4, it is recommended that athletes train at a higher altitude for at least 2 weeks before a major event to increase the number of red blood cells in their body. So the number of red blood cells increase to, the answer is A. So it increases oxygen absorption because of low oxygen levels in the atmosphere. So 1.1.5, the reason for boiling the leaf in alcohol during starch test is to, so the answer was A. So it's to remove chlorophyll. Okay, so 1.1.6, so the blood pH decreases and the kidney will. So if the blood pH decreases, the kidney will C. So the kidney will increase the reabsorption of bicarbonate ions into the blood. So 1.1.7, I studied the list below and answered the question that follows. So which of the above listed reincarnates are required for photosynthesis? So it's A. So that's water, that's oxygen, and also the radiant energy. Okay, 1.1.8. A plant's stomata close when temperature exceeds 30 degrees Celsius. What is the most likely factor to limit the photosynthetic rate after this happens? So it's D. So the temperature. That is the factor that is likely to limit the photosynthetic rate. Okay. So 1.1.9. In the diagram below, identify the process occurring at X and Y between bodily tissues, cells, and capillary. So you can pause the video and study this diagram to identify the processes occurring at X and at Y. Okay. So the answer here was C. So gaseous exchange and passive process. That's the processes occurring at X and Y. So it's gaseous exchange and the passive processes. As you can see, this question has 18 marks. Just giving that alphabets, you get 18 marks. So you must make sure that you give yourself time so that you can be able to get that 18, as it's a lot. So give the correct biological term for each of the following descriptions. Write only the term next to the question numbers 1.2.1 up to 1.2.9 in the answer book. So that's 1.2.1. Organelle in plant cells that contain chlorophyll, we call it a chloroplast. So breathing muscle responsible for raising the rib cage during inhalation, we call it intercostal muscle. Okay. 1.2.3, the tubule responsible for transporting urine from the kidney to the bladder, that's one is a ureter. 1.2.4, structures in the lung where gaseous exchange occur, so that's the alveoli. So 1.2.5, the main photosynthetic tissue of the leaf, that's one is a mesophyll or chlorochyma. Okay. 1.2.6, so the breakdown of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen atoms during photosynthesis, and that one is photolysis. Okay. 1.2.7, protective double membrane enclosing the lungs, that one is pleural membrane. 1.2.8, gas required for aerobic respiration, that gas we call it oxygen. So 1.2.9, patches of cell in the pancreas or islets of Langerhans that secretes insulin and glucagon. So that one is the islet of Langerhans. Okay. So 9 marks for that one. So 1.3 is a question where you indicate whether the following descriptions in column 1 applies to A only, B only, both A and B, or none of the items in column 2. So write only, letter A only, B only, both A and B, or none to the questions number in the answer book. So 1.3.1, structures which prevent food particles from entering the lungs. The answer was B only, which is the epiglottis. Okay. 1.3.2, region of the alimentary canal where most water is reabsorbed, that's none. So it's neither the proximal convoluted tubule or the small intestine, so it's none. So 1.3.3, lined with ciliated epithelium, that's both A and B, so that's the bronchi and trachea. So 1.3.4, hormones responsible for osmoregulation, both A and B, the aldosterone and antidiuretic hormone. Okay, so you get 8 marks for that one. Okay. 1.4, the model of lungs below is used to demonstrate the mechanism of breathing. So study that diagram, pause the video, and make sure that you understand it. So 1.4.1, what is the structure of respiratory system labeled A representing? So as you can check, A is representing the trachea. So 1.4.2, describe the role played by D during inhalation. Okay, so that's part D, diaphragm contracts and increasing the volume of the thoracic cavity. 1.4.3, give 2 reasons why the model does not truly represent the human gaseous exchange system. So as you can check in 1.4.3, those are your answers, where only 2 correct ones will be marked first. So pause the video, check all of them so that you can be able to know all of them. So 1.5, the diagram below represent the part of a human gestures as change. So make sure that you pause the video and study that one because all the questions are based on it. So 1.5.1, supply the suitable labels of the following structures. You give the suitable label for B. So this is B. So we call it a bronchus. So C, that's a rib. Okay. So 1.5.2, explain two visible reasons why the above structure could be considered an effective gaseous exchange surface. So it's well protected. The ribs are intercostal muscles, protected the lungs from mechanical injury, large surface area. Many alveoli are present that increase surface area of gaseous exchange to take place. You can also say moist. Alveoli are linked with the mucous layer. So you can also say the thin surface. The alveoli are only one cell layer thick. So only two is your correct answer from those. So 1.5.3, give the letter and the name of the structure that contains cartilaginous cords which vibrate for sound production. For 2 marks, that's G, and we call it the larynx. So A, contains C-shaped cartilaginous rings. 2 marks as well, that's A, which is the trachea. So as you can see, total for section A is 50 marks. So you must make sure that you do have that 50 marks so that you can be able to pass. Okay, going to section B, question 2. Pause the video, make sure that you study that diagram so that you can answer those questions. Okay. So from 2.1.1 up to 2.1.4, those are your questions and your answers are at the other side. So what you do here, pause the video, study everything without any pressure of me scrolling so that you won't be able to see. Okay. I believe you did. So now we're moving over to 2.2. You also pause the video and study everything so that you can understand it. So those are the questions and answers on the other side. Pause the video. Okay, so we are moving over up to 2.3. So the questions and answers are on the other side. Okay. So 2.5, which is our last one in question 2, those are your questions and answers on the other side. Remember, you only pause the video, then you study. So it's 50 marks allocated as well, so make sure that you do invest your time in this because it's going to help you very much, guys. All right, moving over to question 3. So a line diagram of a nephron is shown below. So make sure that you study that diagram before you read the questions and the answers as well. Okay. Use the same strategy you were using in the previous questions of pausing and studying. So I'm moving over to 3.2 up to 3.3.1. So those are your questions and answers at the other side. All right. Just pause the video, guys. So as you can see, this is the final part of our paper. So please make sure that you do go through everything so that you can be able to get that 150 marks in this paper. So please make sure that you like this video, you leave your comment below, and also subscribe to this channel so that we may keep making videos of other subjects that will help you in your future examination. So I will see you in the next video.